there, I am going to make a meal, like not a stir fry. My meat is stir fry, sliced, and it's really thin. So that's where my mind is right now. But I'm going to make shish kebabs. And it's a really quick and easy recipe. And I actually found it or remembered about it from YouTube. So I've made shish kebabs, hard to say, in the past. Really good, yummy. So I thought I'd make them again. I bought a red pepper and some mushrooms. I don't like mushrooms, but my husband does, so I'll use those. And I have pepper, and I have a green pepper here from my garden. I have an onion, carrots. I'm going to cut everything up and skewer them. Now I did hear that with your shish kebab sticks, if they're wooden, you do need to soak them for about half hour. So that's what I'll be doing. I will soak these and then get everything cut up and prepare it. And I'm going to be cooking it in my Traeger grill. That's why I thought I'd bring you along, so you could kind of see how the Traeger works with this type of a meal. And I also have a spaghetti squash that is not going to go on my skewers. I just thought it would be really good to smoke a spaghetti squash in the smoker. So while it's going, I might as well utilize every bit I can. So that is what I'm going to do. Like I said, I already have the meat in here, and I'm going to put in Worcestershire sauce. Oh, and this is a new bottle, so let's open it up properly. If I can get it open. I always have problems with these. Okay. Worcestershire sauce, and I need to run in the house and grab the garlic. I forgot garlic. I might put some pepper in here as well. And I don't measure very often. I'm just going to squirt a bunch in there. That's probably about 2 tablespoons or teaspoons. Excuse me, table. Yeah. It smells delicious. Yeah, it's probably about 2 tablespoons. And when you marinate, you really want to marinate it for a lot longer than what I'm doing. I do have a food saver, and I could use that, and it takes up to half an hour to have your food marinated in that food saver container. Because my husband works nights, he's asleep right now, and that makes such a big noise. I'm just going to do it like this, and this will probably marinate for about an hour. And while this is doing its thing, I'm going to be cutting up my vegetables. I also have bacon. I was going to wrap bacon around pieces of meat, but because they're so thin, I don't want to get my hands all dirty again, but let me see if I can show you how thin. Whoop! Yeah, I'm gonna have to get my hands dirty. That's how thin it is, okay? I didn't realize it was that thin, so I won't be wrapping my bacon around it. My bacon is fatter than the beef, but this is gonna be a good test for you to see how thin you can cut this stuff. I'm not gonna use the whole package. I actually might take the rest of this and marinate it to make beef jerky and put it in my dehydrator. That would be really good. So I will bring you back after I wash my hands and I get started to cut up the vegetables. I've already started cutting up some carrots. I wanted to put them into the microwave because they're not going to be ready for the skewer without it being soft, and because the carrots are so hard, they're not going to cook up as quickly as the meat and mushrooms and that type of thing. But I wanted to show you quickly. I cut them probably about that big. Ends a little bit better. I like the ends because they're thicker, but I cut them about that big. Okay, and these I'm just going to eat. Put that back in there. Yum. So, with the mushrooms, excuse me as I eat my carrot, I think I'll cut them in fourths. And I already washed these. I don't eat mushrooms, like I said earlier, but I have cooked them in the past. I never knew that you really had to wash them because there's dirt and everything on them. I never thought about that. So When I learned that, I started washing them. And sometimes I peel that off of there, but I don't think you really have to. But I always cut off that end. For one thing, it is awfully dirty. And then I'll cut it. And these are, you know what? I don't remember what mushrooms these were. I'm sorry. I wish I'd have written that down. But I'm going to put these here. I'm going to cut these up. It's just simple and easy meal. It's probably a time-consuming meal, though, which isn't a big deal. With my onion, I'll show you that. Let me do this. I love onion. I used to not, but now I do. So with the onion, I'm going to actually cut it up pretty thick as well. And then cooking on the Traeger, it's a smoker, so it's going to really have a good smoky taste. We've cooked different things on there, and leftovers I've put in the freezer, and then you pull them out, they're so good. I've actually cooked egg on that smoker. Let's see. I think that's thick enough if I can open it. Yeah, that's thick enough. So we'll get these over here. I'll probably end up using that for something else. Let's cut it there. So, and you can make your shish kebabs any way you want to. If you don't like beef, use chicken. If you don't like onion, don't use it. If you're a vegetarian, only veggies. It's all up to you. And that's what I like about these type of recipes. It's all up to you. Do what you want. It's going to be, well, thick onions, yum yum. I bought a red pepper. These things were, I think it was at like $1.50. This is not a frugal meal. My goodness. But these came from my garden, and they're still a little frozen, so they're going to be kind of floppy. Let's cut this off. Okay. And then I take the membrane out. Eek, messy. Okay. I need to sew. This winter I'll be doing a lot of sewing, because I do love to sew. I'm just not really good at it. I need to sew a tablecloth for out here, because I'm in the shop and I don't want to cook right on the shop table or prepare on the shop table. So what I need to do is make something pretty. This here is just a shop cloth, and I'll end up using it in some other way once I'm done with this. But with something pretty, I could, you know, prepare on it. Then I could wash it and it'd be all nice. Then I have pretty videos. These here, I'm just gonna, this is kind of fat, but I think I'm gonna leave it that, well, yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it that way. And actually, with the top of it, I only need the core off, so I'll do this. And usually I wash the inside of my pepper. Like I'll wash the outside, and then when I cut it open, I wash the inside. I don't think you really have to, it's just something that I've always done, and there's usually a lot of seeds in there. But I didn't wash the inside. Then I'm going to use this to put on my skewer. So it's still good. Big fat pieces. Let's see. And let's see if this will cut. Also, when I have the meat in the refrigerator right now, I added just a little bit more of the Worcestershire sauce because I thought maybe it needed a little bit more. And then I made a mix of garlic, pepper, and a tad bit of salt in this here. I had bought a mix of, it was called garlic and pepper, but there was a ton of salt in it. I didn't like it at all. Used it up sparingly, and now I'm using the container for my own. I dehydrated the garlic, and then I smashed it up in my coffee grinder, added pepper. It's delicious. All right. I will bring you back. This is going to be a pain in the neck to cut. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that, but I will bring you back when I start to put it all together. And I did put my skewers in water, so those are going to soak. So I'll be back. Okay, my camera died, so I had to take pictures off, and I've already done 2 of my kebabs. Don't they look good? So I cleared off my camera. I'm back. Let's make another one on camera. And I took the skewers out of the bowl, emptied the water so I could put good skewers in there. And I'm following a pattern. Red tomato, or red pepper, bacon. Bacon. Who doesn't love bacon? Onion. This is kind of a small onion, so I think I'm going to put 2 of those on there. And let's see, onion, then meat. This is actually kind of hard to put on. What I'm doing is wrapping the meat around, and that's kind of difficult. But it's working, and it will stay on. Eek. It kind of twists, but see, it's staying on. And I just kind of hold it, and then I'm going to skip the mushroom for this one, and I'm going to put on another piece. Actually, you know what? Because this is going to be mine, I'm going to put on extra carrot. I've only been putting the carrots on the ends. Let's do an extra carrot next to the meat, because I kind of want to hold that meat on. And then my bacon. I should have brought out my cover for that. A little bit of bacon. Another onion. I will use a big one. Then another piece of meat. These littler ones are going to get harder to... Look at how big that is. See, that isn't really going to fit on this thing. So some of this is more meat than others, so I need to watch kind of what I'm doing when I'm cooking it, because we like our red meat to be cooked thorough. I know you can eat it medium rare. I used to eat it that way all the time. My husband prefers it well done, so that's the way I do it. So there, and then another, oh, you know what, I forgot my green pepper. See, I'm totally off because I skipped the mushroom. But put a green pepper there, and another carrot. Okay, there. There, not bad, huh? The meat is working just fine. Usually you have chunks of meat, so it works a little bit better. These little pieces I might just end up throwing into a tin foil and cooking them that way. But I'll finish making these and I'll put them on the grill. But let me kind of rinse my hand here. And I'm going to take you over and put these on my Traeger. It is 3 minutes after 3. I want to keep track of time. So we'll bring these lovelies. Aren't they great looking? That bacon is going to just ooze all over everything. I already have my spaghetti squash in here, and I cut off the top of it and I stabbed it probably about 10 times to make sure it doesn't blow up or anything. And then in here I just put in the rest of the vegetables. Anything that I didn't cut up, like those carrots and stuff, they're in there. And I'm just going to lay these down. Let's go this way, I guess. On here, and you don't have to flip these either. In the Traeger, it just does the smoking, and I have it on a medium heat, and it is very low. I can't read it though, but it needs to come up a little bit better than that though, so I'm going to put it up on high for a little while, and then I always need to make sure to check in here, and this is going just fine. So that is the simple, easy recipe. And I'll bring you back at the end when I'm trying it and tell you how long it cooked. Well, this has been on for about an hour and 15 minutes, I think. I wanted the bacon to cook. That was what was my most concern. And now look. Doesn't that look delicious? I didn't even bring a knife over to stab this to see if that was done. I forgot all about it. But I had it on medium. Then I put it up on high for probably about the last 10 minutes. And everything is sizzling good. It was on 250 before I turned it up to high. And you know, I didn't even check the temp. Well, it's down a little bit more. It was probably up to 300, I think. Let's put on my glasses. Yeah, it was probably up to 300. Which at times this gets a little bit hotter than that, so you got to kind of watch it. And in this tin foil, I have all the leftover stuff, the little pieces of meat, some leftover veggies, and bacon. And then this here was some vegetables. I don't know, I told you earlier. But doesn't that look delicious? Everything is cooked thoroughly. Bacon grease dripping everywhere. I will leave it in here for a little while, let it cool down. And we're not eating right away, so I will let you know either in the description box how good it was, or, I mean, you can tell how good that is. Huh? Isn't that great? We have a friend who just pulled up. I'm going to offer him one. Thanks for watching, everybody. Or if you like the video, definitely comment below. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll have more cooking videos, more lawn boy videos, more cat videos. Thanks for watching, everybody. Okay, kiddos, here we go. Here is, oh my gosh, it is so good. The wonderful shish kebab. It's really hooked on there good. This has been in the refrigerator for probably about 4 hours. So it's stuck on the little kebab. Let's just drop it into my little plate here. Oh my gosh. It smells good. The bacon is wonderful. Good cooked bacon. I'm wondering what I want to touch. Okay, here is the beef. There's a little bit of beef, and like I said, it was hard to wrap around. Skinny, thin cut beef, and a little bit of pepper. Oh my gosh. That's delicious. That's really good. And you can taste the smoke from the Traeger and the beef and the Worcestershire. Oh my gosh. The bacon. Delicious. Oh my gosh. The carrot and the onion has a very good crunchy, smoky taste. That is good food. I need to grab, excuse me, as I grab a napkin or a shop rag. That's really good. The onion and the carrot had a really good sugary, smoky taste. The meat is great. There's a smoky taste, there's a beef taste, that is good meat. Let me see if I'm right. Hold on now, hold on. Okay, that was a carrot. Here's the beef with a little bit of the pepper. That's good food. Yum. Yum.